Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praises be to Allah and peace be upon to His beloved messenger. And dear learners, I am Sadia Kuyum, your history teacher in Government High School, Hanga. It's my pleasure once again to illuminate on the new chapter, that is buildings, paintings and books. I would like my level best to come up to your expectations during the discharge of my lecture. And this chapter talks about this some of the creations that have been done during the various ancient periods, during the Gupta period, Mauryan period, the various things that have come up. First of all is the iron pillar. Iron pillar has been established in Mehrauli, Delhi. It has a height of 7.2 meters, weighs over 3 tons, and is nearly about 1500 years ago. It has inscriptions of Chandragupta that could be seen. And the most uniqueness of this pillar is that this pillar is still not rusted. The next is the buildings. Under the buildings comes a stupa. Stupa is a mold in center with borderly remains, then mud bricks layered on top. It is a dome-like structure covered with stone slabs. Now, temple structure. In temple structure, pradakshina is a path around stupa, stone carving to decorate stupa. Garbhagriha. In this, a statue has been put up in the center of the hall and is known as Garbhagriha. Shikara tower at the top is known as Shikara. Mandapa hall, a kind of place where the people collect in. These artifacts are found in most of the temples in ancient India. Mahabalipuram is a good example, known for its monolithic structure that is made up of a single piece of rock, and Aihole is again famous for Durga temples that are existing in Aihole. Now, how temples were built during that time. Building of these temples during that time requires lots and lots of funds to flow in. It was mainly by the efforts of the kings and queens, the expenses that they could bear in, and the temples were created. Now, to build these temples, very good quality stones were required. So you have to find the place where you get the good quality stones. You have to quarry those and finally transport those to the place where you want to final temple to come up. Then there were carvings in the pillars of the temples that were seen. Devotees brought in lots of gifts to decorate the temples. For example, the iron gateway of the Sanchi Stupa is donated by one of the devotees. Then you have the various merchants, farmers, garland makers, perfumes, smiths who used to come in and bring in things for the decoration of temples during that time. So, temple was considered a very auspicious unit, where lots and lots of people brought in things for the creation of temples. The next important thing during those times were the paintings. You have the Ajanta and the Ellora caves, and in the Ajanta caves, you have the various hills that are being hollowed out to form the cavey structure. In those hollows of the caves, you have the various monks that come in from the various monasteries, and finally monasteries were established in those caves. So it was a sign of Buddhist expansion. So Ajanta showed traces for Buddhism during that time. Since these were caves, there were no sufficient lights, and if you even look today, you have unique paintings that you could see within these caves. So, how were these paintings made? These paintings were made in the torchlights during that time, and it is not of recent, and it was nearly thousand and 500 years ago. People thought of using foxlight in the caves itself and then painting it out. This is the end of today's lecture. Tomorrow we will discuss more subtopics, inshallah. Till then, stay blessed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.